This is 13WMAZ Eyewitness News at 10.
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Lori Johnson.
And I'm Frank Beloy. New at 10, people in South Macon sounded off the local leaders at a community listening session tonight. The event gave community members the opportunity to share concerns they see in their neighborhood every day. It was hosted by concerned citizens of South Macon at the Buck Melton Community Center.
Community members talked about a variety of issues from blight to prostitution. The session allowed commissioners and representatives to have an open dialogue about the issues. State Representative James Beverly has two main takeaways.
You see this concept of not just saying that we're talking about South Macon or South Bend, but breaking the community South Macon into 4 different communities, right? That was new, and I thought that was brilliant. The second thing is, how do you get kids, like there was a high school student talking about, hey, there's nothing for us to do. What do we need to do to make sure that she has something to do during the summers?
For more information about tonight's meeting, look for this story on our website, 13WMAZ.com.
Bibb County Sheriff's investigators are looking for a man who robbed a GameStop this morning by threatening to set an employee on fire. A news release said the man walked into the GameStop on Presidential Parkway around 10:30 this morning. The man then walked up to a worker and poured lighter fluid on the employee and threatened to light the employee on fire. The robber ran away from the store with some money. We do have a surveillance photo of the robber. He's described as being about 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing between 230 and 240 pounds. Now, that GameStop has been robbed before. 2 years ago, a customer actually fired shots at robbers as they were leaving. If you recognize the man you just saw, we're asking you to call the Bibb County Sheriff's Office, 478-751-7500.
Starting tomorrow, a new state law says students and staff on Georgia's public colleges can carry electroshock weapons. Governor Nathan Deal signed House Bill 792 into law last month. It says staff and students over the age of 18 can carry and use both tasers and stun guns on campus. We spoke to Middle Georgia State Campus Police Chief Sean Douglas, who says you don't need a license to carry a taser, but he encourages people who plan to bring one to campus to educate themselves first.
We would recommend that everyone be very familiar with the law as it's written before they choose to purchase or carry one, and also follow all the factory recommendations to make sure that they use it in a safe manner.
And we also spoke to students at Middle Georgia State about the new law. More on their reaction tonight on Eyewitness News at 11.
Well, about 200 private company employees could face possible unemployment when 2 county buildings go under new management tomorrow. Starting July 1st, the Macon Coliseum and the City Auditorium will be managed by the Spectra Company. County Commissioner Al Tillman says the change means that none of the current employees are guaranteed a job. Tillman says they are doing everything they can to keep those employees working.
The key for us is we want to ensure that our employees or the employees over there maintain their job, and we've asked in good faith by Spectra to consider our current employees.
Al Tillman says the management change will help address some of the problems at the Coliseum and City Auditorium.
Well, an active night tonight. It was actually earlier in the afternoon, evening, and then just kind of fell apart, but we ended up with a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. Everything's quiet now. As we look out over downtown Macon with the Alpha Skycam, and not a bad night, definitely on the muggy side. We're sitting now at 78 degrees. And rain-free. There's a look at tonight. Well, scattered storms, those are probably going to be gone now as everything has been making its way on off toward the east. Just a few sprinkles. It was really just in the last couple of hours that things started to finally die off to our north up there. But boy, we had some whoppers in Monroe and Jasper and Putnam counties for a little while, and even one in Bibb earlier today too, but all that's gone. So as we zoom out, you can see that most everything is falling apart except for some stuff in southeast Georgia, some light rain. Coming up, we'll show you tomorrow's chances are looking smaller and farther south and east, which could be good news for the Independence concert or any traveling that folks are going to do to get where they're going for Independence Day weekend. We'll talk about that on the way.
Yeah, wouldn't mind dry conditions for that. Thanks a lot, Ben. We'll see you later.
Cool.
There is a new way for kids to beat the heat this summer in downtown Macon. A splash pad has just been added to Daisy Park across the street from Navicent Health. It's thanks to a partnership with the city and the childhood cancer support organization Jay's Hope. Video journalist Hunter Joyce met up with the Jay's Hope's kids to learn more.
The new splash pad at Daisy Park is a perfect way for kids battling cancer to stay cool this summer, made possible by a Macon nonprofit group. Jay's Hope got their feet wet with this community improvement project.
The funding from the Night Neighborhood Challenge was how we could do this. We found some matching grants as well. In total, to put this project together, it was about $70,000.
Located between the Children's Hospital, Navicent Health, and the Jay's Hope office on Forsyth Street, the splash pad is great not only for patients between appointments, but their siblings as well.
Oh, this would be great. I wish I had known earlier that it was here because we go to physical therapy a couple times a week right across the street.
Leah Chambliss' 7-year-old daughter Kylie just won her fight against lymphoma last month.
There were a lot of touch and go parts. It was very scary, but made it through, and 2.5 years later, she's doing great.
For Chambliss, this is more than just playtime with her kids. It's encouragement with families that understand their cancer journey.
Just being there for each other and being able to talk through experiences is very helpful. And for the kids too, because they can have a good time and play and feel like they're normal and, you know, in a world that's not always normal.
In Macon, Hunter Joyce, 13WMAZ Eyewitness News.
You can find the splash pad at Daisy Park on Forsyth Street, across the street from the Medical Center Navicent Health.
All Care is a private home care provider that provides care for seniors and adults with developmental disabilities. Well, today they celebrated a couple with disabilities with a commitment ceremony. Shannon Gravely and Bakari Andrews dated for 8 years, and they've lived together for 3 years with the help of their support coordinators. But the couple still wanted their happily ever after moment, and today they had their fairy tale ceremony. More than 50 people came out to celebrate and see their union. Sponsors donated the bride's dress, the groom's suit, food and flowers, and more, just to make Shannon and Bakari's dream come true.
I'm excited for them. You know, their love for each other is infectious, and that's why I think it was no problem getting so many people with the community involved and helping this be a special day for them.
And we'll have more on this story tonight on Eyewitness News at 11 on 13 WMAZ.
A pet hospital dedicated a bench to honor a Bibb County deputy killed on the job. Dr. Chris Grice with Northside Wesleyan Animal Hospital says he always enjoyed working with Bibb deputy TJ Freeman and his deputy dog Boyer. And today the animal hospital honored TJ's legacy with a memorial bench. TJ's wife Jessica saw the bench for the first time today and was also presented with a model deputy car with TJ's name. Jessica says she's overwhelmed with the amount of love she's received since TJ's passing, and she's grateful her husband's legacy will always be remembered.
He's done too much for people not to remember. Said too many stupid things for people not to remember those either. Trust me, he's got all kind of legacies everywhere. But I am glad. I am glad, not just because it's him, but so that people will realize that the guys that are here and do this job and deal with these animals, they're people. They're people, and they don't need to be forgotten just because it's over.
Dr. Grice says he got the idea from remembering a time TJ brought Boyer in for a visit. He says TJ told him, if we're going to keep meeting like this, you may as well get us some more benches. TJ Freeman was killed in the line of duty last month.
The Better Business Bureau held its annual Senior Expo today at the Macon Centerplex. Hundreds of seniors came out to learn about ways to stay healthy. Vendors set up displays and talked to them about everything from housing options to planning. The Better Business Bureau warned seniors to watch out for scams.
They are being targeted, and when you see all the statistics talking about how prevalent seniors are to scams, you're only seeing the tip of the iceberg, because for every one person that reports a crime, I probably talk to 3 or 4 that aren't willing to report it.
Also at the Expo, our own chief meteorologist Ben Jones answered questions and had the audience chuckling. He talked about how weather technology works and how he became a meteorologist.
I'm sure they enjoyed that.
Still to come on Eyewitness News at 10 on Central Georgia's CW.
Oh, say can you see, a woman goes viral after singing the Star Spangled Banner in our nation's capital. Her story after the break.
Welcome back. All righty, it is the 4th of July weekend, fast approaching. And speaking of Independence Day, a viral video of a woman singing the national anthem at the Lincoln Memorial is flooding the internet as the 4th rapidly comes near.
Her name is Star Swain, and she was born and raised in Macon. Gabrielle Dawkins sat down with her family to learn more about Macon's rising star.
Oh, the ramparts we People watched the viral video of Star Swain singing more than 30 million times.
And then when they asked me what was her name, I said, I'm going to name her Star, because she's going to be a star.
Her mother says Star started singing around 4 years old. Star Swain attended Progressive Christian Academy.
Because that is where I was groomed from 3rd grade all the way through on how to sing, how to project, how to, do everything as it relates to music and performance.
Her parents, Benny and Sheila Crawford, talked about what they feel when she sings.
I hear power. I hear a calmness. Because she has always sung from the heart. She loves the Lord so much, and just that coming out of her, it's so real.
During the interview, her father teared up with pride. He remembers being by her side through many of her performances.
Well, she used to be in plays all the time.
An alumna of Northeast High School and Florida A&M University, her mother remembers people telling her that she's special.
People would come to me and say, I just want to touch her. People would tell me that I just want to touch her. That there's something special about her. And it was amazing to me.
She now lives in Tallahassee and sings at Family Worship and Praise Center. Swain says she never imagined that the video would go viral.
Yes, definitely plan on taking it to a new level. What's next is there are going to be a lot of different appearances. So I want everybody to be looking out.
She says she's living up to her name. In Macon, Gabrielle Dawkins, 13WMAZ Eyewitness News.
Now, Star says that since the video went viral, several national media outlets in the U.S. have interviewed her.
If you would like to keep up with the singer, you can find Star on Facebook and Twitter.
With Independence Day rapidly approaching, some communities getting into the festive spirit just a little early. The city of Centerville decided that America needed an early birthday party. Today was the 3rd annual 4th of July party for the city.
There was food, including some red, white, and blue kettle corn, along with a fun zone. That was just for the children. Rock D Entertainment provided some of the entertainment, and A to Z, a band that describes itself as the ultimate party band, took the stage to help get everyone in the mood. A fireworks display that began at 9:30 capped off the evening.
Speaking of fireworks, there's a lot you need to know before you shoot off those fireworks this 4th of July. Macon Bibb Fire Department making sure you know what to do.
They say you should never relight a firework. Do not light them near wooded areas and have a water supply to douse the fireworks after. And back away from them when you're lighting them, and wear gloves and protective eyewear when lighting fireworks.
And Chief Marvin Riggin says the most important thing is to make sure children are not lighting fireworks unsupervised.
They really need the parental guidance in doing this, and because you just don't want to risk that type of injury. The eye injuries, the burn injuries that can be associated with this can be just lifelong type of injuries from just losing your guards for just a few moments.
Chief also says there were about 60 fireworks-related injuries in Georgia last year, and that they received about 10 fireworks-related calls in Macon last year.
Now, don't forget, tomorrow you can join 13WMAZ for the Independence Day concert. We'll broadcast live from McConnell Talbert Stadium with Frank and Ben. They're going to start us with Live at 5. And you'll get to talk with some of the performers and get you all geared up for a fun night. And make sure to download the 13WMAZ app. We've created a special page labeled Independence Concert for the event with everything you need to know to make plans like parking, road closures, and items you can and cannot bring.
Final dress rehearsals underway for Theater Macon's Summer Theater Festival that actually kicks off Friday night.
Now, over the next 3 weeks, you can see 3 different shows on 3 different stages right in Macon. Ain't Misbehavin' opens tomorrow night, then 42nd Street and the complete works of Shakespeare abridged to open next week. This is the first time they've tried doing 3 shows in the summer. Jim Crisp is the artistic director of Theater Macon and says July will be a great month for the arts in downtown between the Theater Festival and the Film Festival and Bragg Jam.
And what other community has those kinds of things and those wonderful kinds of things going on all over the period of a month? But we're very excited about our theater festival. It's the first year we've done it, the first time we've done it.
Oh yeah, gotta like that. Tickets are on sale now through the Grand Opera House box office. They start at just $20.
And you can find a link to the box office on our website. Just look for the story on 13WMAZ.com.
Yeah, Jim Crisp been a driving force in the theater community in Macon for many years, Ben.
Yeah, doing a great job down there. I'm loving seeing that. Lighting July up. There's no shortage of things to do, folks. Check this out as we go to break. 78 and 77 for Macon and Warner Robins. We put up a 92 right on target today. All right, tomorrow, what about a rain chance that's smaller? We'll talk about it next. All right, still a small sprinkle chance tonight, but otherwise just a partly cloudy night. Little southwesterly breeze, no frills really, but we had frills earlier. Boy, lots of them. Big storms, a lot of beneficial rain though. Mid-90s tomorrow, and then, oh man, the heat settles in for the weekend. Talk about rain chances in the afternoon that are small, but heat chances that are large. We will go back to getting near triple digits as we go into the 4th of July weekend. So just know that. I don't think anybody's going to be complaining. I'm sure people will be at the pool or the beach or sitting inside the air conditioning. So probably not a whole lot of yard mowing going on usually on that weekend. So here we go. The high-res model for tonight. What say ye? Well, it still tries to show a few sprinkles in our southeastern counties. Otherwise, just a partly cloudy night. So really what this is saying is there's instability out there. Maybe something could develop. Now this is interesting. Mid-morning tomorrow tries to fire up a little line of showers there, and the RPM model does not. It shows maybe a couple of sprinkles as we get into the afternoon, mainly in our southeastern counties here. And then as we get on into around 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, things are getting quieter. And same thing by 8 or 9 o'clock. And then by the time we get on into Saturday, it's again mainly southeast Georgia. So the chances after what we had today are going to kind of go down for a little while. And then there's a look as we get on into Sunday. There may be some coverage mainly to the south and east, or maybe some stuff back in Alabama. So here's a look at the long-range model run, and it'll show from Sunday on into Monday. Notice you'll just see little hit or miss blips. It's just like about a 20 or 30% chance every day. Nothing really all that organized, just all working off of the heat of the day. So here's a look at the numbers. We have 70s, we have some 80s as we get down into our southern counties. And again, with the humidity out there, it raises it up a little bit, but we turn the atmosphere over again tonight with all the rain, so we're not sitting on some big stifling air mass. So 70s now become low 70s as we go into tomorrow morning, and then in the afternoon we'll bring it back up into probably more like mid 90s as we get into tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow night into Saturday morning we'll be looking at low 70s before Saturday afternoon. Lighten it up big time, and we'll head on into the upper 90s as we go into Saturday, and that will continue even as we go on through the weekend. Look at these dew points. Ooh, just a mountain of 70s. Now, northwest Georgia is going to have a little drier air mass, and that's why most of the rain will be mainly southeast Georgia as we go through the weekend. So here's a look again for tonight. Maybe a sprinkle or two, otherwise partly cloudy. And the 7-day shows this. Mainly talking about heat for the weekend. We may get a chat about a shower or storm a couple afternoons, but it's going to be definitely hot for 4th of July weekend. We're back after this.
Well, progress continues on SunTrust Park. That's the new home of the Braves, set to open next spring. But as construction continues, a battle is brewing over parking near the stadium.
The fight is pitting local business owners against the team and county leaders. Rebecca Lindstrom from our station in Atlanta tells us more.
It's hard for a business to get much closer to the new Braves Stadium than this one. It's one reason why attorney Fred Beloin, who owns the building, wants to turn his 102 parking spots into cash on game day.
It's an outrage.
But an ordinance passed in February says parking licenses shall not be issued to any lot within a half mile of the stadium.
I don't think it was well considered. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's smart.
Beloin is upset that as he reads it, the ordinance goes even a step further, threatening to block the entrance to buildings without a license and punish property owners that park their own cars in the lot on game day.
That concerns me on first read, that police can just simply shut down my rights to come and go from my own building whenever the Braves have a game.
The Braves and Chairman Tim Lee have quickly tried to counter the claims online, insisting property owners can let anyone park in their lot as long as they don't charge a fee. If they do collect money, they need to get a permit.
What we're stating is that if you live within a half a mile radius, we want to be sure to be able to blend you into our parking and our pedestrian plan and to ensure public safety.
That might be what you mean, but that's not what the ordinance says.
I disagree with you. I'm pretty sure that it's clear.
Show me where that says it. The chairman and I both read the same paragraph several times, but walked away with different interpretations. So maybe it's not as clear as he wants. Regardless, Lee says the intent is what matters.
Our goal here is just to simply ensure our community that they're safe and they can have a safe environment to walk, drive, and play in when they go to a special event in Cobb County.
The chairman says that they need to clarify the ordinance. He assures that commissioners will.
And as the battle over parking continues, the Braves have yet to release their actual parking plan.
Well, still to come on Eyewitness News at 10.
Former Mercer outfielder Kyle Lewis takes home one of college baseball's biggest awards, the trophy he can add to the shelf next. College baseball was the center scene of the sports world tonight.
It all started with the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers taking home the national championship by defeating the Arizona Wildcats 4-3 in Omaha, Nebraska.
Chanticleers, that's an awesome name. They flipped the scene to Bristol, Connecticut, where the winner of USA Baseball's Golden Spikes Award was announced on SportsCenter. And the winner, Mercer's Kyle Lewis.
Now, past winners include the Cubs' Chris Bryant, Bryce Harper with the Natties, Steven Strasburg with the Natties, Buster Posey with the Giants, and David Price with the Red Sox.
This is just one of the many awards that the first-round pick of the Seattle Mariners has received this season.
That's amazing. Lewis was also named Baseball America's Player of the Year earlier this month, along with becoming a first-team Louisville Slugger All-American and a two-time Southern Conference Player of the Year.
Congratulations, Kyle, from all of us here in Macon. Good luck in Seattle. And Mercer got a lot of good publicity on the Sports Center tonight when they're talking about Kyle.
I'll tell you what.
That's great.
Yeah, we taught him all that. Let's show you this as we say bye-bye. We have not much going on now. The rain is gone. We had rain earlier. We had big storms. Yeah, those are gone now. So it looks like it's going to be a quiet night, except for maybe a sprinkle if it wants to develop. Tomorrow afternoon, there could be a little something, but it's mainly south and east of us and pushing that way. And then this heat becomes the big story as we go into the weekend.
Wow, look at that, all upper 90s. Thanks for watching. You can join us on 13 WMAZ for Eyewitness News at 11.
Seinfeld's up next.
Yeah, we'll see you.